Today I'm going to look at the horror genre and the 2001 film, The Others. Now I can watch the normal horror film with jump scares and loads of gore, but I prefer the psychological ones, and that is where this film sits. It is set in 1945, just after the end of the World War II. And Grace Stewart, played by Nicole Kidman, lives with her two children in a large old house set deep into the countryside. Her husband is presumed dead in the war, and this is having a great impact on her mental state. She is in constant fear for her children's safety, who suffer from a rare condition where their skin must avoid natural sunlight unless they could get burnt. Added to this, Grace is suffering from nightmares, and due to this lack of sleep, she's becoming very highly strung. Then it is not a surprise to us to learn that the servants of the house have disappeared overnight. So Grace hires some new ones, and they happen to have worked at the house before, so they're quickly up to speed. She takes the servants through her rules about keeping the curtains closed and locking the doors behind them as they move through the house. Though Grace's mood means all within the house are walking on eggshells, including her children, the timid Nicholas and the more adventurous Anne, soon some sort of order returns to the house. That is until some odd events occur and Grace starts to think there's someone else in the house. Then her daughter Anne exclaims that she's actually seen a group of other people in the house. Grace herself begins to hear footsteps and voices she doesn't recognise. She thinks the house might even be haunted. So why do I like this film so much? Well, the first thing is the atmosphere. Because of the drawn curtains, it's always a little too dark in the house to exactly see what's going on. And due to the time of the year, there's always a heavy mist outside early in the morning and late at night. It really gives this enclosed feeling. The second thing is Nicole Kidman's performance. She really is the main character. She has to carry this movie along by herself. And you can really see that she's putting all her efforts into this. Apparently at one point she actually wanted to give up. And thirdly, there's some really good revelations within this film. The clues are truly there and in plain sight, but there's wonderful misdirection as you watch the film. And on a personal level, this returns me to my childhood fears. My grandparents lived in a former rectory building, and as they became older, it started to fall into disrepair, and they only used a few rooms. So as a young child, I would sometimes explore the unused rooms and had a few real-life jump scares of my own.